Good afternoon and welcome to He Sees Us All YouTube channel, and today I am going to be remaking my video of celebrities with black eyes. I'm remaking the video because I made a huge mistake and I called Roseanne Barr Rosie O'Donnell. I can't believe that I made that mistake. I know that they're two different people. I'm like well aware of that. Rosie O'Donnell I can't stand at all, and Roseanne Barr, I kind of like a little, so, yeah, let's just get right back into the video. I don't write a script, so it's not going to be exactly the same as the last video. I just have bullet notes, but I'll do my best to make it as similar as possible. So, here we go. We have Robert Downey Jr., Tracy Emin, Hillary Clinton, who's also missing a tooth in her photo, Adam Sandler, Justin Bieber, Ryan Gosling, Kelly Osbourne. I'm pretty sure this is Steve-O. Steven Tyler, who's also missing a tooth. His looks really bad too. I don't know if that's skin hanging there, but yeah. Lady Gaga, Boy George, the Pope, Prince Philip. This is the more well-known image of the Pope with his black eye. Mandy Moore, George Bush, Joe Biden. Oh, sorry. The funny thing about Joe Biden's black eye is it's not the skin around his eye. When he gets a black eye, his eyes will look perfectly normal, and then the white in his eye will start to turn like red, and then a deep red, and then it'll turn black. I often wonder if maybe Joe Biden's like the leader of these entities. Not Joe Biden the human, but whatever's inside of him. Roseanne. And with this photo of Roseanne's black eye, I have the video that she posted a couple weeks back. It's literally only 16 seconds long. It's really strange, and bothersome because Roseanne was, she would speak out, of Hollywood, and she spoke of real drones, which is, and spoke of reptilian beings and stuff, it sounds really crazy. You should check out a channel, Kinnigan 2.0. He gets really into the reptilian beings. I don't know how crazy it really is, because with all these black eyes popping up, I wonder. I'm going to play the video for you. I hope you can hear the audio.
Look at my eye. Isn't that weird? I fell on my head, but only my eye got bruised. I cut my head.
And that's it. And that's the end of it. It's so short, so weird, and she's pointing it out specifically. And if you look at it, the bruising almost looks like a triangle. I hope Roseanne hasn't been taken over by one of these entities. But it would appear to be as such, I hope not. Please, Roseanne. Anyway, Blake Lively, Jennifer Lopez, Harry Reid, he was a former Democrat, David Bowie, Gene Simmons. It's pretty obvious to me that all of these people are a part of a secret or a culted society. All the black eyes, before the black eyes, it was the hand over the eye. They give the hand signal of the 666. They're all a part of a satanistic, religion or society. And some people believe that these black eyes are evidence of the vril drones. And what vril drones are entities, or they're part of the reptilians, I guess, that could break off or something, and it goes into the eye of a human, and then that entity gains control of the human body. I'm not saying I necessarily believe all of this. I'm just saying that in today's world, there would be some evidence that would possibly lead to this, that, maybe something, I don't necessarily think that there's a worm going into a person's eye and boom, they've got some kind of parasite, but maybe the possession of these people by demonic entities is is causing this, or it's leaving this mark of it's the entity's entrance. I found this image online, and this is the Illuminati triangle with the eye. And if you look, the eye is kind of rolled. It's kind of blurry. I know this is the image. This is how it looked. The eye is rolled back up into the head, and there's some kind of snake being like entering in through the eye. So, Lucifer appeared in the garden as a snake, and the devil and demons, they often tend to veer towards reptilian-like beings or snake-like beings. So, is it really so far-fetched to wonder if it's possible that this is what's going on, that these demonic entities are somehow entering in through the eye of these celebrities and gaining control? I believe that these celebrities, they go and they see a psychiatrist, and these psychiatrists talk to them, and they start to hypnotize them. I think when they enter into Hollywood, they think that it's going to be all fame and fortune, and once they get to a certain place, that's it. They are fully controlled. They can no longer speak or say what they want to say. They're objects that are possessed. They are possessions of these companies that, the record companies, or, whatever company that they work for. They're objects of possession. And I often wonder if that's what the cloning is all about, because, if the real human isn't obeying you anymore, then you just replace them with a clone. And with the possession scenarios, they send these actors to a psychiatrist. The psychiatrist hypnotizes them and pushes them down into the quote-unquote sunken place, like in the movie Get Out, which was a comedy. I find it funny how these comedies tend to give away such information. But anyway, the real person goes down into the sunken place, and it allows this entity to come in and take over and take control of the person's body. I think when they used to cover their eyes and get photographed that way, it was a way for them to signal to one another that they were a part of this society, a part of this satanistic or beast system society, and that they were ready for possession, or that they were already carrying. And now I think that the black eye is just the one step further, possibly that, that they're no longer just carrying, that entity has gained full control. Nicki Minaj made a tweet about cloning, stop human cloning. And right after this tweet, she appeared with the bleach blonde hair. This is a way that their handlers or their owners signal to one another that, because Nicki made a mistake here with her human cloning tweet, that they fixed it. They put the real Nicki back down inside, and the entity has taken over again, so don't worry. Dave Chappelle was another one that spoke out against Hollywood, and he even moved and took off to Africa. He was all done. He got as far away from Hollywood as he could, and for some reason returned. When he returned, a family member of his is on a recording saying that was not her cousin Dave Chappelle. The Dave Chappelle that returned is a clone of him. And I'm led to believe this because Dave Chappelle hated Hollywood. He hated the industry, and he ran from it. And when he was running from it, I don't think he intended on coming back. But he did, and now he seems to love Hollywood. He loves making money. He's got his Netflix series now. DMX is another one that spoke out against the industry, and I'm pretty sure he's still in jail today. He spent the better years of his life in prison, and they're just gonna keep putting him back in prison. If he keeps speaking out, he'll never be big and famous again because he's already had his chances. He's all done. Kanye West, he's another one that, he spoke out against the industry on stage. He said a big F you to MTV and everyone else. He said he was voting for Trump and that Trump was going to change things. And after his rant, he was hospitalized and considered that he was mentally ill, bipolar, blah, blah, blah. When he re-emerged, bleach blonde hair, then they let him meet with Trump. I think this was so that Trump himself could tell Kanye the knock it off, because he's a part of this game too. Trump is a player just like everyone else. Kanye seemed quite disappointed in this interview. He didn't answer too many questions that people asked him, but the look on his face was almost of a, oh snap, like he thought Trump was gonna save the world, only to find out that Trump is just one of them. I think they all enter into this system thinking that they're going to be rich and famous and then get to a certain point and that's it. They have to carry on an entity on board if they want to continue to live these lavish lifestyles that they live. And many of them have these heroin addictions or any kind of addiction, that these expensive habits. They might not be drugs. They could just be expensive cars or gambling or whatever. They end up with these really expensive addictions that they can't afford. So they literally sell their souls to the devil and take an entity on board. If you look at the symbol, where it's the triangle and the eye, and then it's got the ring around it, I believe the ring around it is symbolizing the spiritual entity that they carry on board now. And if they try too hard to speak out about it, they end up like Paul Walker. They just take them out. I'd like to remind everyone to pray for these people, these celebrities, because, like I said, I think they're being held hostage in a way. They got so far, and only to find out that it's not what they thought it was, and that they literally had to sell their souls to the devil. All people can be forgiven. Repentance is important. I also found another video of Roseanne Barr that I want to play at the end here. I found it after I had made this whole video, so it ended up at the end of my slideshow here. And it was just interesting because she states about what I talked about how they're basically held hostage. I hope you can hear this.
Yeah, I have to say, something that's held me back for a while is thinking I got to go on one of those PR junket things where they ask you the dumbest, like, just the dumbest fucking thing that they can think of. I mean, I'm never surprised. They never once ask me one thing that's smart. Never once. It's like, wow.
What kind of things do they ask?
Well, I mean, some of it, they have to ask,
I'm
like,
not sure who she's talking
how you
to.
doing? He starts like that. How you doing? I just want to say I'm a big, big fan, okay? So I'm so excited to have you on our show tonight.
I like Roseanne because she just seems so
Then
human.
it's like tongue out and drool a little, but you can't see it. It's that thing that only lasts a microsecond.
Is there a certain type that does the job?
What she says next is what surprises me.
Yeah, they're vampiric beauties. They're like the perfect vampiric beauty. Spokesmodel. It's like, well, this is my job to say this, and so I'll say it. The content of its character means less than naught to me if I'm getting paid a dime. I don't give a fuck what I'm selling. I'm selling something, so at least I'm doing good. I mean, it's so devilish. It's really hard to be against the devil, and like in show business, people have no idea how hard that's hard.
And there it is. She says, it's really hard to be against the devil in show business. People have no idea. It's so hard. It's hard. And that's how she ends the video. This is exactly what I mean. These people are hostages to their lifestyles. They have the time still to repent and, to give up these lavish lifestyles and give themselves up to God. But I ask of you all to pray for them. Pray for their souls, because all souls matter. All souls are important, and we all belong to God. And I believe that they deserve a chance at going to heaven and being saved and being amongst primary source of things in the end, just as well as we do. We have all made mistakes, some larger than others, and I believe that praying for others it's an important thing to do in life. Thank you all for visiting my channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Please subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Stay blessed, and keep your eyes wide open, and open the eyes of those that you love. God bless you all.